Have you ever run out of heavy or special ammo during a damage phase and ads just aren't dropping you any more ammo? Well, me too. Trust me, I've been there, done that. It's annoying. Now, when I do high-end content like day ones, for example, or master raids, I always have the Outbreak Perfected on standby in case I don't have that ammo, because that gun is just a beast when it comes to pushing that damage as far as you can with everything you've got. But in this video, my friend Cree and I decided we were going to test a couple other options to see if it beats Outbreak Perfected, that including Touch of Malice and the new Revision Zero. Let's get into it. All the testing you see here is going to be done in the Grasp of Avarice dungeon against the Ogre because he's just that free. He's light work, he's nothing. But first, we're going to be testing the new Revision Zero Exotic Pulse Rifle with the 4 times the Charm Catalyst. I didn't think much of the 4 times the Charm Catalyst on this thing. Of course, 4 times the Charm is a great perk to have, but I thought we would just be using it on the initial pulse rifle shots themselves. But come to find out that it actually works on the targeting data shots, the charge shots, and you can actually get off 6 shots instead of 4 if you hit all of your crits, which in my opinion, I think that's pretty awesome. Now, the gun did do pretty good. In my opinion, I would say if you don't have Outbreak or Touch, but you have this with the 4 times the Charm Catalyst, and you need to push the damage as far as you can, this isn't a bad option. As you can see, the damage was decent on it. This is with Weaken Clear. The damage is pretty decent. So with 2 Revision Zeros with the 4 times the Charm Catalyst, we do around 900,000 damage together. Kree has another one where he did 480,000, so piling those up together, we do roughly 900,000 with this. Of course, next on the list is going to be Outbreak Perfected. This gun has been a monster for kinetic weapon damage for a long time, so of course we had to test it against these. I would say it's still very, very, very good. With 2 of us, we got a nice chunk of his health, and this is just a kinetic weapon. Overall, with the catalyst on Outbreak Perfected, it is much better. Without it, it is not as good, of course. So I would recommend if you're using this weapon for kinetic damage, you try to have the catalyst. But this weapon standalone also is not as good as if you were running it with multiple people. So if you want to do kinetic weapon damage, this gun is much, much, much better with a lot of people on bosses. As you can see on the first run, we actually did that without the seasonal mod Weaken Clear, and 2 Outbreak Perfecteds roughly put up around 1.2 million. So it's still a very, very viable weapon versus the Revision Zero. So if we're looking at the Outbreak versus the Revision Zero, the Outbreak is still going to take the cake even without a debuff on the boss. Honestly, it comes to no surprise to me because Outbreak has always been just a really, really, really strong weapon for kinetic weapon damage on bosses. But in this run, we decided let's go ahead and try it with Weaken Clear. Since we used Weaken Clear with Revision Zero, it's only fair. And of course, the Outbreak Perfected just smashed the Revision Zero right out the window. This thing is just a monster. I love taking this thing into high-end content ever since it came out. I love taking it into day ones because just like I said, if I run out of ammo, I need something to do damage. And this has been my pick for a long, long time in those day ones and in the high-end content like GMs, for example. So as you can see, of course, we're going to be doing more with Weaken Clear. We actually take our number from approximately 1.2 to 1.4 million. So roughly we're going up about 200,000 damage with Weaken Clear. This last section, you're going to be seeing Kree's point of view using the Touch of Malice. I unluckily don't have the weapon because I can't get it to drop for me. But that's okay. Kree has it, and he was kind enough to lend me his footage. But I will definitely leave a link in the description so you can go to his channel and check out his point of view in this entire thing. Touch of Malice with the catalyst definitely beats Outbreak Perfected one-on-one solely because of the charge with Blight that the Touch of Malice has with it. Hitting multiple shots will charge it up, and then you can shoot that big blast, and then it enhances the gun itself. While Outbreak Perfected just has its own perks that doesn't really buff the gun, it just does a little bit more damage. As you can see, one-on-one, the Touch did more than the Outbreak Perfected by itself. But in the end, they're both viable options. I don't think the Revision Zero is going to be either of them. I really hope this video kind of helps you guys see some new stuff that you can do with some of the kinetic weapons, and you can see who the king might be. You never know. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a nice one.